Hi guys, I'm Paul the Motor Guy. Now here's your scenario. Now you're going through a curve and you're in a pretty good lane, when suddenly there's a couch that's in your lane. Now it's too big to go over it and you can't go around it. So you're forced to come to a complete stop quickly. Now, if you're being honest, how many of you would be able to pull this off?
Let me think about it.
In this video, I'm going to give you 2 steps needed to stop quickly in the curve. And I'm going to give you some practice exercises as well. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show me stopping in a curve at 80 miles per hour. So hang tight. I believe that most riders fail to practice stopping in curves just as they fail to practice emergency braking. Now, to stop quickly in curves requires 2 separate steps. And if you do 1.5 steps, then you're probably going to crash. So let's go over this. Now, the first step is you must get the motorcycle upright and the handlebar square before applying the brakes. Now, this step is very important. If you apply the front brakes before the motorcycle is upright and the handlebars are square, you risk the chance of losing traction in the front wheel, which will cause a low side crash. The second step is to apply both brakes to stop. So once your motorcycle is upright and the handlebars are square, you must apply both brakes just as you would if you were emergency braking. Now, you need to keep your body upright and your head notched up, and don't forget to check your mirror for vehicles not stopping behind you. Now, let's get to the demo. So in this first video, I'm going to demonstrate how this should look. Now I'm going to use a curve in a parking lot, that way I don't have to set up any cones. Now this can be a dangerous exercise to practice. So because of this, I recommend you staying in first gear and keeping the speeds low, anywhere between 10 to 15 miles per hour. This is not a speed exercise. You're just working on the techniques, so stay within your comfort zone. Now as you get more comfortable, you can slowly increase your speed if you choose. Now let's do this. The next video will show my front brake lever. Now as you're watching, I want you to notice that I don't cover my front brake. If you're new to this, I don't recommend you covering your front brake when doing this exercise. This is because if for some reason you become uneasy, you may accidentally apply the front brake too early before the motorcycle is upright and the handlebars are square. Now I've seen riders crash during the basic riding course because of this. So let's check this out. Now, as I've talked about in my emergency stopping video, the goal is always being in first gear when you stop. And this also applies to this situation as well, because you probably will have vehicles behind you that may not be able to stop in time. And you may have to pull off. If you haven't seen that video, check it out after this video. I will leave a link in the description below. Now, I have been practicing this technique for some time, so I'm very comfortable stopping quickly in curves. So I've added downshifting to my practice routine. Now in this next video, I'm going to do the same exercise, but this time I'll be in second gear and then downshift to first gear prior to stopping. As your skills improve, you may want to add downshifting to your practice routine as well. Now, once you get comfortable adding the downshifting, then you can practice pulling off after you stop. This will simulate a vehicle behind you not stopping and you need to pull off. For this demo, I will come to a complete stop, check my mirror, see a vehicle not stopping behind me, and then I'm going to pull off. In the basic rider course, there's a 35-minute exercise we do for stopping quickly in the curve. Now, if the only time you practice this was in that class, your chance of pulling this off under stress is slim to none. Now, let's check out that video of me stopping in the curve at 80 miles per hour. Now, if you want to improve your emergency braking, I highly recommend you watching this playlist. Now, until next time, practice, 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 and ride safe.